I am alone in this room and talking about this stuff, and I'm so scared. I have my cat, so I'm okay. I'm a little bit okay. Hey, dirty little monkeys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope you guys are doing good. Today, as you guys already know from the title, we're going to be talking about possessed dolls. First doll we're going to be looking at is Okiku. Back in the 1918, a 17-year-old young boy named Eikichi Suzuki bought this doll for his little sister as a birthday gift. She was only 2. Her name was Okiku. Yes, she named her doll after her own name. Okiku and this little girl were best friends. This girl has this doll with her every day, talks to it every day. They were like sisters, basically. Unfortunately, in the 1919, this Okiku girl passed away. She passed away from severe high fever. Family actually wanted to bury this Okiku doll with her, but for some reasons and governmental issues, they didn't get to do that. After that, this doll was placed in the altar as a memory of Okiku. Days had passed, and this family slowly started to realize that something was not the same with this doll. When Suzuki bought this doll, the doll's hair was actually shoulder length. It was like a Barbie hair, and the end of the hair was actually even, not like mine. This family started to notice that the doll's hair was actually getting longer, uneven. Somehow, this family had to move on from the incident of their little sister Okiku, so they decided to move to another country. And what they did is they didn't want Okiku to be with them. So they came up to a decision to give away Okiku. As they know that Okiku had some issues, she was not a random dog. She had something in it that gave her life. What they thought was obviously Okiku, the girl's soul. They gave this Okiku doll to a temple. Temple is called Manenji Temple. They just wanted this doll to be somewhere safe. And this temple people took good care of that doll. They placed her in a showcase and people could see her, visit her. And the caretaker regularly cut her hair and kept it even. Next doll we're gonna be talking about is Pupa. Pupa is a little girl doll. She's 14 inches and her skin is actually lifelike. She was made for a little girl back in 1920s in Italy. Creepy thing about this Pupa doll is that her hair is actual human hair. It is said that the hair is not actually the owner's hair. The hair was just given by somebody to the maker of the doll. This little girl who owned Pupa in Italy actually claimed that this doll was alive. Pupa actually means doll in Latin language. This little girl also claimed that this doll spoke to her. They kind of became friends, and this little girl shared everything to that doll. Like the doll kept all of her secrets. Pupa doll and this little girl were so close until one time this doll is the reason that this girl's life was saved. As they were together always, this girl always brought this doll everywhere she went. She often traveled from Europe to US and this doll was always with her. At the end of World War II, this little girl's grandma passed away. She loved that grandma so much, and what they did was they took a button from the grandma's outfit and they sew it on Pupa the doll's dress as a memento of her grandma. And then everything was fine. This little girl and this doll grew up together and everything. Unfortunately, in 2005, this girl passed away. And after that, Pupa was placed in a glass cabinet. She's like an inspirational doll who outlived the owner's life. Honestly speaking, us as we grow personally, we're not gonna keep any doll with us as we grow up. They're gonna pretty much stay in our bed and we see them at night. That's it. We don't bring them everywhere. But this girl grew up with that Pupa doll with her every freaking day. So these people who took care of Pupa have gone through several experiences. For example, tapping on the glass door. She's in a glass cabinet, so or changing positions, or even worse, changing in facial expressions. As months has passed, the cabinet got filthy, so they hired a person to clean the whole cabinet. And while this person was cleaning the cabinet, she went to the glass cabinet to wipe it out, and she exhaled her breath on that glass. And what was written from the inside of the glass was Pupa hates. Since then, they just confirmed that you should be very, very careful when you're going to be near this glass cabinet where the Pupa doll is kept. It's confirmed that some spirit or something is trapped inside this doll. The thing is, no one could say who is actually inside this doll. Maybe it could be the owner, maybe it could be the girl, could be the grandma, could be anyone. Probably before the girl even got it, the doll was possessed it because she claimed that the doll had the will of its own. So probably anything. It could be anyone inside that doll. It's still a mystery. And last but not at all the least, we're gonna be talking about Robert the doll. Pretty sure most of you guys know who this famous dude is. The existence of Robert the doll. He's life-sized, 3 feet tall. He's dressed in a sailorman suit, white color. His face has holes in it. I mean, it's not holes, but it's not also smooth. He was made by a famous Germany toy making company called Steve. He is now 115 years old. From the website that I got this information from, it said 111. From that date, so if I count it to this year, it's 115. Back in the 1904, a young boy called Eugene Robert Otto got this doll for his birthday by his grandpa. He named the doll Robert after his own name. It was all fun and games at first, but as time has moved on, Eugene started to realize that Robert has his own will. He took his own actions. He kind of realized it and confirmed that this doll is doing stuff by its own is when one night when Eugene woke up to this doll sitting right in front of him staring at him, which is exactly not the place where Eugene left him. That very night, Eugene yelled so loud until his mom woke up and saw it. She actually didn't make a big scene of it, it's just a doll. She just let it go. After that, Eugene and this Robert doll probably became good friends because he had this doll with him all the time. Creepy stuff started to happen even more. Once Eugene's parents actually heard Eugene talking to this doll. But what's terrifying is that they heard someone replying in a different voice. Their house happens to have an upstairs room, and the room has a window, and if you look down from the window, look at the road and watch people pass by from there, and they catch this Robert doll sitting there and looking at them. What's creepy about it is that they didn't leave the doll there. The parents also claimed that they've witnessed Robert the doll speaking and his expression changing. Then Eugene grew up and got married and moved back into his own house. Unfortunately, Jean's parents had passed away. So Eugene gave Robert the doll his own room. For some reasons, Eugene's wife found it so disturbing to have this doll around the house. So what she did is she wanted Eugene to lock Robert up in the attic. Listening to his wife, Eugene actually locked up his best friend in the attic. And obviously, Robert the doll was not having it. He started to expose himself to show these people in this house that he has his own powers and you cannot mess with him. Eugene's family often got complaints from his neighbors or visitors that there's something making so much noise from the attic. And the neighbors also complained that they've seen this doll looking at them from that window at the streets. Eugene was a little bit complicated. So what he did was he wanted to do his own investigation so that he could believe all of this. From his own investigation, Eugene found out that Robert the doll was actually moving himself from the attic to Eugene's bedroom, sitting on a rocking chair and looking down the streets. That's his position. Time has passed after that, and Jean passed away. Robert was still inside the house, and then a new owner walked into this house. Well, a worst case scenario, this family had a little 10-year-old kid. This curious little kid found Robert in the attic. She just wanted to keep him, obviously, just like every dumb kid. And just in a few days, she realized that this Robert dude is not cool. He even tried to hurt her. Family was super concerned about their little child. They took Robert away, they gave him away. Now the doll is in Florida in a museum called Matelo Key West Museum. It is believed that this Robert doll was actually cursed by voodoo black magic. This curse was actually given by a servant who worked for Eugene's parents. Said that Eugene's parents kind of abused her, mad about it, and she did this to the family. That is why Robert the doll's spirit is evil. Right now the doll is in the museum, people go and visit him, and it is still claimed that this doll has misbehaving even in the museum. The facial expression changing or the position changing. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed these stories. Let me know if you did or did not. Please take care of yourself. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to me if you like what I do, and leave a like if you want me to do more stuff like this. Bye. Hope you guys have nightmares.